What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my mother freaking channel.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, that bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume, go.
Y'all don't mind that screeching sound. My fire alarm needs batteries, and I'm not tall enough to put the batteries in there, and I'm not gonna put the batteries in there, so y'all may hear that going on in the video. But anyways, I just finished my first year of college. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yeah, I had a great freshman year. Actually, I had a wonderful freshman year, but I learned a lot of things, and that's what this video is basically going to be about. I'm basically going to be telling y'all things that I learned, things that I wish I knew before I entered college. Auntie blessed us with these iPads, as y'all know. If y'all don't know, now y'all know. I took some notes and wrote down some things that I wanted to touch on. First things first, so mental health. Mental health in college is so freaking important. I feel like once you get to college, that's like that's most people's first taste of adulting. It's a lot of different things going on in college. You have, you're trying to balance your social life, your academic life, trying to take care of yourself, whatever you have going on with your family at the time. You just have a lot of different stuff to worry about. Before you come to college, already having your head like, when times get hard, what is your coping mechanism? A healthy coping mechanism, for example, therapy, or maybe if you're religious, going to church, or just taking regular self-care days for yourself, because things are going to get hard. There are going to be times where you just want to cry and break down and just give up. So you need something to kind of keep you, on your feet, keep you motivated. Journaling helps. Like, there's a lot of different things, but just keep that in mind coming to college. It's fun, I love it, but there are going to be times where you may be stressed out. Stay balanced, stay on your feet. Mental health is important. There are counseling services. I know for a fact at A&T, maybe you can find a therapist outside of school. People will be thinking that therapy is because you're crazy, and therapy is not because you're crazy. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. Sometimes you just need like another ear than what you're used to, perhaps. So yeah, just prepare yourselves. The second thing I wanted to touch on is friends. So y'all, when you come to college, just be open-minded. Make sure that you're putting yourself out there. Make sure that you're involved within the school. You're joining clubs and stuff. You're going to different events, because that is how you meet people. That is how you get familiar with different people. I know especially for HBCUs, group chats are really, really popular. I say with group chats, I wouldn't count on them or depend on them, but it is a good way to meet associates. Two of my very closest friends I met through group chats, but that doesn't always happen. I think sometimes people start with like these really big group chats and think that's gonna be gang for the whole year. Most of the time, that's not the situation. There was a group chat that started before I was a freshman, and they still text in that group chat to today. I'm not like best friends with everyone in that group chat, but I'm cool with all of them. They're all very cool people. So I think group chats are a good way to get familiar with people, to develop friendships, but that may not be like, your closest friends throughout the whole year. Just giving like my personal experience, sometimes you fall off with people. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes you fall off with people. It may not be, any form of communication. It may not be beef, but y'all just move on in life. And sometimes it may suck, but it is what it is. You just gotta kind of be prepared for situations like that. Speaking more specifically, A&T is a clout school. I love A&T, but it's a lot of like popularity kind of situations, a lot of like, who can dress the best, a lot of, whatever. And I say with that, just be yourself, stay true to yourself. Don't be hanging out with people that you really don't like just because you don't want to be by yourself. Like, don't do stuff like that. Be careful who you hang around. Be careful of the company you keep, because if you are around the wrong people or negative people, that can drain your energy for sure. So as far as relationships, I could go on and on and on and on and on. Am I singing? That's a gospel song. I think I'm singing it right. Okay, anyways. Relationships is terrible in college. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now straight off the bat. No, I'm not being dramatic. No, I'm not over-exaggerating. It is a 5% chance that you're gonna go to college or at least your freshman year and find like, you know, your Aggie love story or whatever love story, because this doesn't necessarily just apply to A&T. Not that you're going to college to look for love, obviously, but of course, you know, we're college students, like, especially at a HBCU, like, you feel me? Like, everybody looks good, so of course you looking like, you know, but don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. College really taught me, like, men are weird, y'all. Like, I'm gonna just say that. Not all men. Please do not be offended by me saying that. Not all men, but a lot of men are weird. I have so many stories. Some of them I can't even share with y'all right now because that's federal. Maybe after I graduate college. But I have a lot of stories. Men are just weird. Especially if you're a pretty girl. Like, just be careful. Men are gonna try to talk to you. Guys are gonna try to come up to you. Don't be, for real though, don't be walking late at night by yourself. Don't be going to parties by yourself. Go with people you trust. Keep a taser on you. Keep pepper spray on you. Just be safe. Be precautious. Share your location with your friends. If you think that he just wants to have sex with you and he's asking you to come over to his dorm, he probably does. So just be safe. Just be safe. Like, when I say some of this stuff, I don't want to sound like, you know, ignorant. Just because I've experienced it and just because I've seen what other women go through, especially at my age, at only 18, 19, this stuff is real. So just be careful, y'all. Just be precautious. Just be smart. It's okay to have fun and to, like, go out with different people and hang out with different people and experience different people, because that's a part of the college experience. But definitely don't come thinking that most guys want something serious, because most guys don't want anything serious. So I'm not saying this happens for everyone, because I know some people who are freshmen and started dating towards the beginning of the year and are still dating now, but that's like 1 or 2 couples. This is the generation we live in. Like, relationships are complicated. I know sneaky link culture is very popular and stuff. Just be safe. Just stay protected. Testing is free. I know for sure at A&T, testing is free at our health center. So just stay protected, y'all. Don't make stupid mistakes. Saving your money. So listen, before I came to school, I had no money on my card.
Bankrupt, like no money on my card.
Go and put it in there. Stick it in.
Other glass.
Stick it in.
I did not work over the time of COVID. I literally couldn't work, you know, for other reasons. But most of my friends came in working, and they came in with money. Like, they came in being able to do as they wanted to freely. And I kind of had to depend on my mom. I do hair, and that's another thing. If you can pick up a side hustle, doing hair, cutting hair, selling t-shirts, selling bracelets, selling plates, whatever you may do that, because you're gonna want money in college. And especially me, I don't want to ask my mom for money all the time or have to depend on my mom. I just don't want to do that. So that's why I started, you know, doing hair. I mean, I did hair before school, but that's why I started doing hair and really promoting my hair page and stuff. So yeah, y'all, just save y'all money. Be frugal with y'all money. Don't spend y'all money on things that y'all don't need. It's a couple times I spent money. I wasted a lot of money on DoorDash, Ubers, and parties. When I first came to A&T, I can tell y'all for a fact I spent over $100 going to parties. Was it really worth it? I mean, some parties was worth it, but at the same time, I could have did something different. Like, I didn't have to spend all that money on parties. You just don't want to be in a situation. College is so much stuff going on. You know, it's so much stuff to do. Nothing is free. If you want to go out with your friends, if you want to leave campus, that stuff costs money. So just be frugal with your money, be smart about it. If you have a meal plan, do not be door dashing every day. Like, you're gonna get tired of the food most likely, but if you don't have to DoorDash, don't DoorDash. Be frugal with your flex. You know, I know A&T has flex. I don't know about other schools. Be frugal with your flex. Like, don't be like me. I was out of flex within the first 2 months. Like, be financially responsible.
Solitary.
I really didn't know how to pronounce that for a second.
Solitary.
So I will mess up a word in a minute. Okay, the topic of solitary in college. So basically, college is, I don't know, it's really different because you have a lot of time to pretty much do whatever you want to do. You can be using your time to study. You can be using your time to hang out with your friends. You can be using your time to be by yourself. You can be using your time to do anything. Being by yourself in college hits harder than being by yourself anywhere else, I feel like, kind of. I have friends that I would hang out with, but at the same time, I'm the type of person who needs my own space, and I don't need to be around people all the time. So there will be times where I would just, you know, be in solitary, if I use that word right. I would just be in solitary. I would be by myself. I would, you know, take a trip to the caf by myself. I would take a trip to this place by myself. And I don't really think it's anything wrong with that. I think some people have this big like gun ho on like, oh, I have to always be seen with people. Oh, I have to always be around people. And like, I get it, but at the same time, if you really are comfortable and true to yourself, you don't have to be around people all the time. And I feel like I can't explain it all the way, but when you get here, you will see. Taking trips to the library, you know, picking up food from the caf alone, it's nothing wrong with that, you know? The other thing I wanted to touch on is grades, professors, academics. Regardless of your major, of course, you have to study, you have to work hard. But I'm saying from personal experience, as a STEM major, you may not have free time. You may not be able to just leave and go to parties and stuff like that. That is true, and you got to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated, especially if you're on scholarships. That stuff is serious, y'all. Y'all do not want to get scholarships taken away from you. My suggestion is to come up with a regimen before you get here, you know, as you get closer to finding out what kind of classes you have and you figure out your schedule. Go ahead and have days that you're going to study, days that you're going to do your homework, because you have to make both a priority. Because that was my problem. This is not high school. I just did my homework sometimes. You have to do your homework and study. You can't just do one. You can't just do one. Study groups. I didn't start doing study groups until finals, but I was studying with other people and it really was fun and like effective. If you're with people who are really like about their work, study groups are really, really good because y'all are literally like helping each other. I also say about professors, and I mentioned this in my last video, you are most likely going to have to teach yourself. I learned that in college. Unfortunately, y'all, that's why they say college is a scam, because you're paying these professors to almost teach yourself pretty much. Like, my teachers did not teach how they were supposed to. Like, I'm sorry. Like, or if they did teach, it would be really, really boring to the point where I'm saying I mentally, like literally, I could not focus. I could not listen to the lecture because it was just like, this is the answer to that. Like, it was like watching a freaking turtle race, y'all. Like, I literally, like, in chemistry, I'm sorry, my teacher was so boring. I would literally be watching Organic Chemistry Tutor. He's a YouTuber who does chemistry videos. I would be watching him in class because my professor was so boring. So y'all gonna have to teach yourself. It's all about, you know, you're in college now, taking initiative, being responsible. So yeah, and become best friends with your professors as well. Like, it's harder to do that in college, but it's important because you're gonna need recommendations. You're gonna need recommendations if you're still applying for scholarships, if you want internships. So be in good graces with your teachers and your professors. And that's another thing. You may have to go the extra mile if you want to do extra stuff, like scholarships and internships. You may have to go to office hours and, you know, ask a couple questions and talk to your professor and email your professor and ask, you know, a lot of questions, you know, just to kind of get to know them better, because you need to make good relationships with your professors. Like my professors, both of my biology professors from first semester and second semester are the only reason I have an internship this summer, because they did my recommendations and I'm very grateful for them. So another thing I wanted to touch on, girl, is weight. Wait, let me see if y'all can see. Let me see if y'all can see this. Hold up. Y'all see my food, baby? Do y'all see her? Woo! Personally, I don't think you can really tell that much, but I definitely gained weight. It just depends. I think I did a lot of snacking. Sleep plays a part in your weight. I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning almost every night. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That is the reason why I started gaining weight and why I couldn't lose it, because I was eating noodles, eating unhealthy, and then I was going to bed mad late. Some people can do that and get away with it, but due to my genetics, baby, due to the way that I'm built, I cannot do that. So for me, it was just kind of frustrating, because it was like, you know, I didn't have my car. I had to eat the calf food, and it was like, it was the same foods there, so it wasn't really many options. So I would resort to like eating pizza and stuff like that. So I don't know. I definitely could have figured something out, but I resorted to the most unhealthiest, like easiest, laziest options. So that is why I gained weight. And what's crazy is, since I've been home, I came home like a few days ago and I've already lost like 5 pounds, just because I'm able to choose what I can eat now. Get a good night rest, for real, because even not only does sleep play a part in your weight, but also just like the way that you act. Like if you don't get enough sleep, you can be depressed. If you don't get enough sleep, you can just mentally be like, your brain be foggy and stuff. So just make sure that y'all taking care of yourselves. I wanted to touch on your relationship with your family. Like, I don't know if everybody can relate, but personally, like, I haven't been able to see my family as much because I'm in college and I do miss a lot of them. Or like, as far as my mom and my brother, even though where I live at isn't that far away from where I attend college, I still miss them a lot. You know, my brother coming to high school, he just finished his first year of high school. And my mom is getting older, just like everybody else. Because like I said, nobody in college, nobody's parents is 25. Everybody's parents is like, you know, like older, getting older. So it's just like, I don't know. That was one thing that I dealt with. Like, just like always wanting to make sure that my family was okay, that they were safe, and that, you know, they were doing well. Y'all call your moms, call your dads, like, you know, whoever you live with, whoever you're close with now, call them up, text them. Like, even if they get on y'all nerves at home, call them, text them, because it's just good to check in with your family just to make sure that they're okay. So, y'all, I think that's it. That is the end of this video. If y'all have any questions, if y'all have any other, you know, kind of videos that y'all want me to do over the summer, let me know. I can tell that my college-related videos get a lot of views. So y'all let me know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let me know in the comments, or y'all can DM me. My social media will be in the description box down below, and I will put it on the screen. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I will see y'all in the next video.